At the beginning of the story, we can see that a boy is being blackmailed by his sister into playing a dating simulator game. So he spends all his efforts and time completing an Otome game that he hates. He despises the game because women have all the power and the characters are arrogant. Well, he hated that game, but he had no other choice but to play the game because of his sister. Despite this, he manages to complete the game. Then he decides to get something to eat. However, he falls down the stairs and finds himself reincarnated into the very game he despised the most. He has been reincarnated as Leon Bartford. In his new life, he lost his memories from his previous life. But after learning about this world, he regains his memories and realizes that he is in the same game he hated the most. Several years have passed, and Leon realizes that he is not a part of the game plot, meaning that he's just a background character, or a mob. At first, he wanted to use his game knowledge to rule the world. But as time passed, he lost his ambition, and decided to find happiness as a mob character. One day, Leon's stepmother, Zola, tells him that she has arranged a marriage for him. Well, Leon's father had married Zola for the survival of their family. Nothing too suspicious, right? Well, until you realize the fact that Zola is forcing Leon to marry a 50-year-old fat Nobel woman. And it doesn't end there. She has been married 7 times already, and all her husbands died in battle. Leon tries to refuse the offer and expresses his desire to attend the academy. But his father informs him that they don't have any money. Zola then states that if Leon refuses to marry, she can arrange for him to become a soldier. With no way out, Leon realizes that he must do something, or else his future is dark. So, Leon decides to use his game knowledge to his advantage, and sets off to make some money. By a sudden turn of events, he ends up on an island where he hopes to find valuable items and money. As he continues his journey, it is revealed that he is searching for an ancient spaceship. Upon entering the control room, he is greeted by a robot. The robot then tries to kill him. The battle between the robot and Leon begins. But during the battle, the robot captures Leon and tries to squeeze him to death. The robot informs Leon that there used to be an advanced civilization. But with the discovery of a new breed of humans who possessed magical powers, the old civilization was destroyed. The robot also tells him that their top priority is to destroy this new breed of humans. Leon manages to defeat the robot. Once he places his thumb on the main system, the main AI learns that Leon possesses traits of the old humans, despite being a new human. As a result, Leon becomes the master of the main AI, whom he names Luxian. However, after this intense battle, Leon collapses. When he finally returns with a lot of treasures and valuable items, Zola is angry to see him safe and sound. On top of that, he has returned with a lot of wealth. Leon declines Zola's marriage offer, using his newfound wealth and power to assert his independence. As a reward for discovering a new floating island and clearing a dungeon, Leon is granted the rank of Baron. However, he is not particularly happy about this because it means that he now has to find a wife of a high rank, probably around the same rank as Zola. With the goal of finding a suitable partner for marriage, Leon enrolls in the academy. Then, he sees the prince and his group, who are the main romantic interests in the game. He also encounters Angelica, who is supposed to be the rival of the main character, Olivia. Leon desires a peaceful life away from the complexities of the game. However, he comes across a scene from the game, where an unknown girl slaps the prince. The dialogue between them sounds familiar to Leon, but he is surprised to see that the girl is not the game's main character, Olivia. In the game, this dialogue was supposed to take place between Olivia and Julius. This unexpected turn of events surprises Leon and raises suspicions in his mind. Meanwhile, Leon, Raymond, and Daniel start having a conversation, and they hope that some girls would attend their tea party. Later on, Angelica approaches Julius about her upcoming tea party, but he chooses to spend time with Marie instead of her. By the way, Angie is Julius's fiancée. This scene confuses Leon even more. After that, Leon's teacher teaches him about the importance of tea party etiquette. Leon becomes very interested in this topic and starts addressing his teacher as master. After a failed tea party, Leon notices Olivia being bullied. Despite his initial hesitation to get involved with the game's plot, he decides to invite Olivia for some tea in order to comfort her. As they spend time together, Leon realizes that Olivia is the main character of the game. He also finds her to be kind and considerate. In order to help Olivia, Leon decides to seek the help of his elder sister, Jenna. He asks her for advice on how to help Olivia, and Jenna suggests that Olivia should introduce herself to Angelica. She also recommends that Olivia should buy something fancy for Angelica that would help her make a good impression. Following Jenna's advice, Olivia approaches Angelica. During their conversation, Olivia mentions to Angie that Leon recommended introducing herself. Surprisingly, Angelica is impressed by Leon's gesture. Leon attends an exploration class with Olivia. Leon witnesses a brief argument between Marie and Angelica. Unsurprisingly, Julius intervenes and takes Marie's side, even though Angie is his fiancée. Everyone encourages Leon and Olivia to venture into the dungeon. Leon is frustrated about having to do the dirty work for the Academy's royal scumbags. Despite his reluctance, they proceed into the dungeon, where Leon effortlessly defeats the monsters. However, during the battle, Leon gets injured while protecting Olivia. Julius and his group enter the dungeon and take all the credit for defeating the monsters. Meanwhile, Olivia and Leon accidentally see Marie kissing Brad. Bro, what is this bizarre relationship? Marie hopes to use her knowledge of the game to dominate this world. It seems that Marie, like Leon, is a reincarnated person who has retained her memories from her previous life. She wants to use her knowledge of the game to her advantage and gain power and influence in this new world. After some time, Angelica reveals to the prince and his group that Marie is involved with all of them. However, much to her surprise, they admit that they already know about it, and each one of them confesses their love for Marie. Angelica is surprised by the unexpected turn of events and realizes that the relationships within the group are more complex than she initially thought. It seems that Marie has captured the hearts of all the boys in the prince's group. Then, our idiotic prince also declares that he loves Marie the most. Bro left his brain at home. This guy is supposed to lead the kingdom in future. Understandably, Angie becomes angry and challenges Marie to a duel. So she throws her glove at Marie. The prince asks Marie to pick up the glove and accept the challenge, and his group also agrees to fight with him. Angie begins looking for support, but no one is willing to help her. She is left to face the challenge alone, with the odds stacked against her. Then, in a surprising turn of events, Leon steps up and offers to be Angie's champion. He implies that he is more than happy to face the prince and his group in a duel. The group tries to make fun of Leon by trash-talking him, but Leon is not one to be easily intimidated. In response, he insults the prince and his group of friends, showing that he is not afraid. Leon proposes an armored duel in the arena, and the prince's group offers him the chance to gather 5 people to compete against them. However, Leon confidently implies that he alone is enough to take them on. Jilk, one of the members of the prince's group, tries to scare Leon by saying that he could die in a duel. But Leon remains unfazed and implies that the same thing could also happen to them. Jilk also suggests that Leon is unable to evaluate opponents' strength, despite being experienced in battle. Well, they didn't know that our boy is equipped with advanced technology, and he could wipe them out in seconds. When Leon returns to his room, Luxin informs him that a group of students vandalized his room. It is because of his challenge to the prince. Later on, Angie approaches Leon, asking him to forfeit the challenge due to the overwhelming odds against them. However, Leon refuses to back down and reassures that he will win. He also mentions that he is not fighting to ask for favors from her father, the Duke. He is fighting because he genuinely despises the prince and his group. Olivia wishes Leon good luck and declares her support for him as he prepares to step onto the arena floor. Leon assumes that she has bet on him, but she clarifies that she did not bet because she believes that gambling is wrong. As Leon steps onto the arena floor, the crowd taunts and mocks him, making it clear that they are here to see him lose. However, his spirits are lifted when he spots his friends, Raymond and Daniel, in the crowd, and they are betting on him to win. As Leon's armor robot arrives, the crowd erupts into laughter. Olivia is confused and unsure why everyone is laughing at Leon's armor. It turns out that the armor is considered too old and bulky, causing the crowd to mock and ridicule Leon. Then, the battle of ego begins. Leon quickly hops into his armor, ready to face his opponent. As he settles into the armor, he learns that Luxin has named the armor Arrogance. Well, the name suits Leon's personality and style perfectly. Leon's first opponent is Brad. He is overconfident. Again, he starts trash-talking Leon. Brad tries to intimidate Leon with his overly confident and condescending attitude. He thinks that Leon won't be able to beat him using that outdated armor. Brad is also a narcissist, and he thinks very highly of himself. As the two prepare for their duel, Leon brings out his weapon. But to everyone's surprise, it's not a sword or a spear. Instead, Leon brings out a shovel. It turns out that Leon had been using his armor to dig holes, and Luxian had forgotten to swap his weapon. The duel begins. Leon easily dodges Brad's attacks and knocks him out with just one blow. Everyone, including the prince and his group, is left speechless. The whole arena has gone silent as no one can believe what they just saw. Even Leon is surprised at how easily he defeated Brad. Then, the duel between Leon and Greg begins. Greg launches a series of attacks on Leon, but Leon skillfully blocks every attack. Then, with a swift and powerful blow, Leon strikes Greg and defeats him. In the process, he also rips Greg's armor into pieces. Greg complains that Leon is winning only because of his armor. But Leon arrogantly responds that it is Greg's fault for using an outdated armor. Our boy shows no mercy. Leon's next opponent is Chris, who is a master swordsman. Rather than fighting him head-on, Leon chooses to use his drones to attack Chris. Then Chris tries to attack Leon using his sword. But Leon catches the sword and snaps it in two with ease. With his weapon broken, Chris had no choice but to admit defeat. Leon emerges victorious once again. Meanwhile, Jilk asks Leon's sister to plant explosives inside Leon's armor. It is always nice to have siblings who really care about you. Although Luxian informs Leon about the planted explosives, he brushes it off. Well, Leon is confident that the explosives will not be able to break his armor. Then the duel between Jilk and Leon begins. Jilk states that Leon's life ended the moment he defied the prince. Dude is literally trying to kill Leon. Jilk sets off the explosives using magic, but to his surprise, it doesn't do any damage to Leon. Jilk tries to threaten Leon and his family, but it is useless as Leon doesn't really care and Jilk can't touch him or his family. Leon loses his patience, and then he easily defeats Jilk. Meanwhile, Marie is feeling frustrated because her plans are being disrupted by a minor character. The final duel between the prince and Leon begins. At first, Leon tries to convince Julius that it is not too late to go back to Angie and cut ties with Marie. Leon also implies that Julius might even lose the right to the throne if he loses the duel. However, Julius expresses his love for Marie, which makes Angie sad. Well, all five of them are certified simps. Then, Leon implies that he is actually playing the villain in order to get Julius back on track. The duel begins, and everyone in the arena starts cheering for the prince. After hearing all of Julius's nonsense, Leon becomes angry, so he ends the match by destroying Julius's armor with a single attack. The crowd watches in shock as Leon emerges victorious once again.